Hi. I was dancing with Sissy in the background.
Oh, I wasn't looking. I was looking at this little demo scene thing over here, and I was like,
I have probably one of the most incredible chair dances this world has ever known. I really feel like, well, it's like the thumbs and the shoulders, right? Sissy's got it down. Sometimes I throw the hips in a little bit. And then, I mean, it goes from there. I mean, that's just like the beginning of the awesomeness. But hello, everyone.
Hello, and welcome. Welcome to Q&A Monday. We are very excited to be here. Today has been... It's just flown by.
Yes.
It's like out. Hello from
Ashley in Iowa. Hi, Judith and Carla and
hey,
Love
Rob.
Is and Minnie, the reformed minion. Hello, Mr. Milligan. I love that you call us kids.
Yeah.
Feels so good.
Was it you, Rob, the other day that was like, that's why you said something alluding to the fact that we're not as much fun when we don't drink. Wasn't that you? I feel like Jana. It was. No, Jana called us. She said, "You're not quitters, are you?" And I said, no.
We're doing a dry spell.
We're doing a dry spell.
It doesn't feel dry. Look at this.
Non-alcoholic. And this
I let her dad try this beer last night. He was like, that's not non-alcoholic.
But yes, it is. Look at the label.
Chris, thank you. You were just on. Yes. Yes, I know you. I got it.
And this is non-alcoholic wine. So, yeah. This isn't going to...
Yes, Amanda, if you may, you love. Hello, longtime listener here. Never created a channel to chat. But I had a couple questions for you. Lovely
Yes,
ladies.
Please. That is what we're here for. Drop your questions in the comments and we will go. Well, let's do it. I never said anything like that. Might think it, but never say it.
Cheers, Rob. Very gentlemanly of you.
Just made my first batch of beef marrow bone broth with mushrooms for my cat. Beautiful, but I'm not sure if I'm supposed to keep it or discard the fat. I've strained everything and it's cooling down now. Beautiful. First of all, Love Is, congratulations.
That is incredible.
So
I want that.
The fat. If I'm remembering correctly, we dispose of the fat. We sift that out. Mainly because it's usually, especially if your cat's already eating a good fully balanced diet, then adding that extra fat isn't needed. But then also if it's now cooked fat because we've cooked it, and usually if you're making bone broth, it's cooked for a long time, right? So cooked fat is much harder on the pancreas of our kitties than raw fat. Christy. Okay.
Coming over here. This is Ripple in the World. I wanted to add somehow in Ripple's exam, his hind claws were injured, leaving me with questions about his care during the appointment. This is very stressful for me. I was too concerned to bring it up at the moment as they used a special stick to stop the bleeding from one of his nails. Ripple is so much better to stay with him. Our primary vet understands this, but the cardiologist has always said no. It makes me wonder how they manage. Yeah. We can't see the rest of it.
Yeah, so there's a limited amount of characters allowed on this, but Christy, I would definitely look and see if you can get a referral to a different vet. I mean, that is what we do every single time. We're like, if we're uncomfortable with the way that they treat it doesn't mean that it's bad, right? Like it might be absolutely fine for other cat parents, but when it comes to us, just like if it were our children, our human children, and their doctor, their pediatrician, we would want the pediatrician that's going to treat our kid in the way that we want our kid to be treated, right? So same thing, right?
But I understand that you have a challenge there, and that you're dealing with a specialist,
right? So see, I guess it depends on where you live. If there's any other specialist around,
yeah, I mean, it could be that he got injured when he was being a little fractious before they were able to sedate him. I'm so sorry. I don't have a good answer for you.
Amanda, thank you so much. What do you recommend for dry paws? Never had this problem with any of my cats. Coconut oil.
Just a little dab will do you. Yeah. And it's fine if they lick it off.
We use Cocoa Therapy coconut oil. It's the best in the world and really great for pets. Just get organic, cold pressed, unrefined coconut oil.
Yeah, you get it. any market.
It's not going to be like toxic if you don't, but it's not going to be
we love
as
cocoa
good.
therapy.
Right. If they ingest it, and they will ingest it.
We cook with it. We eat it.
Right.
We use it with our cats.
Our cats eat it off spoons.
Yeah.
Really
it comes
good
from
for
their family farm in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And these girls are just phenomenal. If you just want to look up inspiring women, they're
just go
twins,
to
identical twins.
cocotherapy.com.
They started this family business at cocotherapy.com. Yes.
Amber!
Amber's here. Hi, ladies. Decided to introduce a new brand of cat food into Cricket's raw diet. She's now decided she likes the new one, doesn't want to eat the old one. That sounds like Cricket. That she has been on for over a year and ate every day with a variety of meats. She is such an adventure.
Right.
I would do the same thing probably that you do with the new food, just like put a little dollop of the old one.
We're about to figure this out
mix them a
ourselves,
little
Amber,
bit.
as our cat food delivery did not arrive today. And we are completely out of the food that they love most. So luckily we have a freezer in our garage full of other raw foods that we will be able to pull out and test with them. I mean, we've tested before and they just, they love this one the most. But it's good to, it's the universe forcing us to do more variety because they get 3 brands a day.
We get lazy though. And it's like, that's it. I can't, we're not going to.
Yeah.
We get lazy.
But when it comes to the raw, we tend to stick to the one that they like the most.
Wonderland or bust. I love this comment. I wanted to thank you for the Teef for Life recommendation for my kitty Olive. We're only on week 1, but already her breath and gums are improving.
Oh, that's
beautiful. This is why we were so excited. We blame Dr. Emily Stein, right? She created this, and it really is just about trying to get it out into as many cats' mouths as possible. We use it every day. We do the human version as well. It's just such a revolutionary product. Thank you for the feedback. Love is, I'm so glad I asked. Thank you so much for the info about the cooked fat. Yes.
Hello,
Kimberly. Hi, thank you. Chrissy, sadly, we only have 2 cardiologists in this city and the others over a year wait list.
Wow.
I'm going to research going across the border. Welcome anyone who knows a cardiologist close to Vancouver border. Amber, are you close to Vancouver? I can never remember where you are in Canada. I mean,
we're the dumb Americans that are like,
Canada's
Canada.
Canada's
big. If you're in Quebec or if you're in
Vancouver. Mr. Milligan vet appointment
Nova
for
Scotia.
freeloader Tiger next Monday. They can't get him in priority. He's still sickly and run down, but turns into the same old tiger when he knows it's chow time. Got the herbs with pure krill today, but not sure exactly what it'll do for him at this point. Oh, Tiger gets whatever he wants right now. I'm so sad that he's taking a turn. Yeah.
It's the hardest.
Oh, sweet boy. Cricket is a purist. When she finds something she likes, there's not much to change her ideas.
Yeah, that's kind of like Zorro. And that's really the whole reason. Like the other cats if they're hungry, they'll eat whatever, right? For the most part. But Zorro is like, no, I want this food and he'll eat all the different proteins, but he likes it this specific type of texture. And he has liked it since he was 8 weeks old. And it's the hardest. So
Stephanie, happy Monday. Just picked up my package. I love the bouncy tail balls. Aren't those awesome?
Aren't they the best?
Yes,
our cats love them. I did some spring cleaning this week, and I can't tell you how many bouncy tail balls I cleaned up.
Oh,
underneath
Valerie,
the couch,
wonderful.
They're
everywhere.
Underneath the chairs and underneath the rugs.
Cleocatra.
Everywhere.
That's one of the best cat names ever, Valerie. Cleocatra.
I love that name.
I just wanted to let you know that I have Cleo on both Virex and Breathe, and it seems as though her sneezing and stuffy nose has gotten much better. That's wonderful
That makes
news.
us happy. I have Northwest Naturals Functional Topper Chicken when Betty has a fit with her raw Smart. Yeah, we've got the green Juju toppers, which is the one way that I might be able to get Zorro because he is obsessed with the bison, like the whole food bites.
Yep.
He loves that bison.
Yeah, and he really loves it when we get a fresh bag. Holly, my male kitten is spraying, peeing in my basement. I have 2 other female cats. I had him neutered, but he is still doing it. Help. Okay, so what I can tell you is when our Oliver Twist came to us, he was also a sprayer. We realized he hadn't been fixed. Thankfully, shortly after he was neutered, I'm not sure how long ago your little one was neutered, but it did eventually stop. Now, what's going to be important though, especially since you have other kitties and you don't want them to start kind of spraying over his spray. If it's like, oh, well, this is his territory, I want to make sure that I feel comfortable here too, so I'm going to spray here, is you want to clean those areas with enzymatic cleaners. So don't just be like, okay, well, we're going to try to deal with this or put down pee pads forever. Try to clean it up and use an enzymatic cleaner to get that whole smell out for all of them. And
Rob, real quick from Judith on over here on YouTube said, please tell Mr. Milligan to look into Red Rock Veterinary Health, a new clinic
come back
in the springs here. I'm just going to pull this up so Rob, you can see it yourself. New clinic in the springs that practices fear-free protocols, might be able to get him in sooner. Look, see, this is why I love the cat community. You guys freaking help each other. You help us. I feel so blessed to be a part of this community.
Yeah.
Karen, do cats develop dandruff in spring with the shed? They absolutely can, because they're blowing their undercoat, right? And when
it really is more exposing like their skin.
Yeah, that's why brushing is so important year round, but especially during this season, if we can brush them. And here's a pro tip, guys, take a flea comb that you get for $1 at the store, right? And brush the hair backwards, right? So not with the hair, with the flow of the hair, but backwards.
In small areas.
In small areas, right? Like, I mean,
it's a
flea comb, so you can't, or a brush, whatever. But brush that backwards. We are opening up the hair follicles, which is releasing toxins. Like it's detoxifying the skin. We're also helping get that undercoat off. We're also helping to prevent dandruff and those kind of things. But it's
like
a
exfoliating
really,
for kitties.
I
right.
like that.
Hey, Holly, and anyone else who's having an issue with cat spraying, we should. It's a great idea. That's why she's the boss.
Exfoliate your cat.
So, Holly, if you are wondering where your cat sprayed, I would like to recommend going to
Black Lights.
Yeah, go to your hardware store, Amazon. There's something called the Beast Blacklight. Game changer. And I'm just going to let you know, you're not going to like what you see. It's not all going to be cat pee. But it does pick up. I mean, if you go on your lawn, it picks up like soap
might find a scorpion.
But it will fluoresce the hell out of cat pee. And you can find it, even like, I smell it in here somewhere. Kill the lights and grab the black light and game on.
Quest Frozen, awesome. Raw beef for a few months, and I have noticed one of them is not using the litter box much anymore. She is not dehydrated, but I'm worried. Oh my gosh, Amanda, let us tell you a little something. Actually, I'll let the cat shit crazy lady.
First of all, if you're talking about number one, not using the litter box as much, I would just do a quick pH check on her urine. And that is, you get a pH strips from wherever, Amazon, CVS, Walgreens, but just regular pH strips, and they give you a little map of what it is. Cat should be between 6 and 7. And I just say, wait for her to go potty. And I just put it under she is not, she. Girl,
sorry. I was looking at the one above and I was like, let's say,
don't be messing with my brain like that. So then I catch him in the litter box on that rare occasion. Damn it. Once it's messed up, catch her in the litter box, put it under the stream. If you can't do that, then you can get, what is that? Nose orb. Who told us that? Nose orb litter where they can pee, and then you can just check the pH with the pH.
Dr. Linda Loudon.
Dr. Linda Loudon, yes. So you could do that.
Okay. However, what you're talking about is pooping, because you said not dehydrated, not constipated, right? No, you just said not dehydrated. Right. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. But if you're talking about poop on a raw fed cat, they don't go as much, because when you're feeding a kibble diet, right? Or even a wet food diet, there's a lot of fillers, a lot of carbohydrates, a lot of things that our cats' bodies are not made to ingest, right? And so that waste comes out, and that's what it's called. That's why it's called waste, right? Anything the body doesn't need, it's gonna push out.
Like a cat poop could clear a
room.
When
you have them on a balanced raw diet, it's the number one thing that all of us say, right? Like, the best thing is that their shit doesn't stink anymore, right? Like, they literally, like, their bodies utilize all the food that we're giving them. And so our cats poop how often?
Once they say the cats normally poop every 24 hours. Ours is probably about every 36 to 48 hours.
Right.
It's
And
not
what is,
an
and how
everyday
big
thing.
is it?
And they are the prettiest poops. Madison Grace has the prettiest poop of all of our babies. Annie's poops, she's the littlest of all, but hers are actually quite large for her size. Lindsay, you know I'm talking about the cat poop. But they they need to be like little Tootsie Rolls almost. Like they're small. It's incredible though when you switch over to it. People don't tell you that one of the biggest benefits to feeding raw is the little poops.
Yeah, love is, does having a Panlute kitty as a kitten pose a threat with fleas? Yeah, so here's a bit of information. So fleas, just like any parasite, is attracted to the weakest of hosts. So if you have a cat with a compromised immune system, if you have a sickly cat, then they are going to be more susceptible to fleas. So, what we
do what you can to really boost the immune system.
Right.
That is like the best defense.
Yeah.
Who was talking about
so
this?
So if as a kitten they had it, but they are
cured,
wonderful and healthy now, then maybe not. But if you think if they're more susceptible, if their immune systems are not that strong, or you think they aren't, I would think if my cat had a really scary illness as a kitten, then I would be doing everything. Even Jack and Madison, right? Like I'm like always on guard because they came to us with Khaleesi virus. And we treated it naturally, but I'm always like, let's do everything that we can to boost that immune system, because I just want to make sure that they are not susceptible, that we're, strengthening that so they are not susceptible to parasites and other things, illness just in general.
I love your creeper eyes, Lens. That's right. Jay, how hot is it there? I'm jealous of your tank top.
Right. It is 80. Today's high was 83. And by Friday, it's going to be 95. But then next week, it's probably going to be in the 60s.
I'm not ready. He's very healthy and almost 4.
Oh,
that's
wonderful.
Wonderful.
Good. I mean, keep up the good work, right? Like very healthy 4-year-old cat.
Ooh.
Shouldn't have to worry too much. Just keep doing what you're doing to keep them healthy.
Judith, I'm so fascinated. To my knowledge, Judith does not currently have a cat, but is one of the best cat lovers in all the land.
And it has all the information.
Dr. Judy carries a urine collection litter on her website, Naturally Healthy Pets.
I did not know that she
I
carries
did not
a litter.
know that. Judith.
We should know these things. She's like our heart.
I love Dr. Judy.
We love Dr. Judy. We carry one of her products, like we co-branded a product with her. How do we not know this stuff? We need to spend more time.
Oh, I'm afraid to make a catio because of the fleas, Panlute. I would say, if you do a catio, there's so much that you can do that is natural.
Diatomaceous earth.
Yep. You can even use the Fleax in a spray.
If you're already using
if
you're already using our Fleax, we do this for other bugs too. But you can mix an ounce of this into like a half a gallon of water and spray that catio down. You might want to do it. I mean, depending on the season and how bad they are, you might want to do it every day. Diatomaceous earth, nematodes. There's so many things that you can use in your yard that are safe for your cats that will help keep those fleas away. And especially if you have like a blocked off area, like a catio, you got this. You got this. It's going to be fine. And also, just because it's not that a healthy cat can't get fleas too, right? Like I'm just saying they are more attracted to the weaker cat. So we see, and we've been in this industry for 20 years now. We see lots of cases where there's multiple cats in a home, or cats and dogs in the home. And like these cats got fleas, but these cats didn't. And they interact with one another. Hi, my princess. This is my princess.
This is Friday Rose.
She's my princess.
And
so healthy cats can still get fleas, but it's just, it's always better. A healthy cat's going to be less susceptible.
Kirby Owl just found out Saturday my baby has hyperthyroidism. Please shoot us depending on their levels. We partnered with the world-renowned clinical herbalist Rita Hogan to make ThyroEase. This is awesome. So if you're already on some kind of medication, this can help. You can work with your vet to help wean off. But if your little one was just diagnosed, this may be enough to help. So please shoot us a DM with a little more information, because hyperthyroidism is one of those things that it's just so frustrating. In the 80s, there was 1 in 200 cats had hyperthyroidism. And now it's 1 in 7 or 1 in 10. It's unacceptable.
Yeah. Would it be safer to put a catty on the second floor? Probably a little. I mean, if it's not near grass, it's going to be a little bit safer. And if that works, then yeah, then do that.
Carol, I have a 6-month-old kitten that has been small since I rescued her from outside. She eats and drinks fine, but she's just very quiet. She isn't very zoomy. She birdie watches and sometimes rustles around with my older kitten. She doesn't meow much either. I'm worried.
Oh, Carol.
It sounds like you just have a sweet little soul. I mean,
some kitties, Mama was just like that. She meowed like this.
That was it.
And that wasn't until she got older. And she was always just, her paws were so dainty.
Oh my God.
They were like
her paws were like the
tiniest.
They were like the size of my thumbnail.
They were
just, and she was so
calm. And
if you're concerned, this is she's 6 months old. This is a great reminder for all of us. This is where you start a health history with your veterinarian, who ideally will be your teammate for the life of your kitty. And go in and get a baseline of health, do the blood test, just kind of get an idea of how she's, make sure there's nothing wrong. Don't worry without knowing if you should be worrying, just go and get a check.
What was it called? Fleas. Yes.
And then you can just kind of keep up with her personality. Could just be a very quiet, chill.
She's an orange baby girl. Oh yeah, man. Orange cats, they have like great personalities too. They're all I know they have like a stigma, but they're all so very different and
all the personalities.
They have all the
kind of like the black cats. Sarah, funniest station for good mood. What makes you laugh and where are you tickled? Missy made me laugh this morning. We heard her coming in. She was gone for so long. And I went and opened up the door just as she was at the door. We both screamed. And I'm ticklish pretty much everywhere. Don't touch me. Jay is ticklish in one little spot. Can't remember where it is now.
On my butt. Literally, it's on my butt. Like I am not ticklish. That
makes me laugh too. But I was gonna let her put it out there. Because how would I know that?
Right. Nobody does except for my masseuse or my chiropractor. Right. Okay. So at my chiropractic office, not my chiropractic office, but my chiropractor's office, they do a masseuse, like a short masseuse before you get adjusted. And the lady was giving me because my hips are always, one of those things that bother me. So she was doing her whatever stuff on my hips, massaging it. I think
masseusing it sounds good.
I'm gonna go with that. And then she got this spot, and I was like, ah! And she was like, whoa, sorry, did that hurt? And I was like, that's my tickle spot. I've got one, and it's a random spot on my ass. That's right.
It's the best. It is the best. Nina, how can we feed cats raw but budget friendly? I love Viva Raw, but finding a local butcher or meat processor seems stressful. So a couple ways to make this more affordable. You can, if like with Viva, what you could do is you can cut it into smaller amounts, refreeze them, which I know some people frown upon, but I've done it before. And then just use small amounts at a time with another type of food or with a DIY food. My issue with, finding a local butcher, meat processor seems stressful. Yes. Because when you start doing DIY, you are the sourcer, right? The sourcer. You are doing the sourcing, but you can totally supplement. God, Marilyn Bickle probably has some great recipes.
There's so many recipes online. Dr. Judy Morgan has lots of recipes. Dr. Karen Becker has recipes.
It's like a third of the cost of getting pre-made
that are complete and balanced that you can get on your own. And so it is more work. It's going to be more work if you're saving money. It's time or money.
Always when it comes to
you pick one or the other. I do not recommend that you refreeze raw after it's been thawed. If it's just a lightly, it's enough.
I'm not saying
like
making it mushy, but enough to chop through it with a knife and
right, then that's okay. But yeah, DIY literally is the best way to go if you have the time and you trust the recipes, because you don't want to just feed one recipe for the rest of it.
Wanderlust or bust. Do either of you have harness trained kitties or tips or tricks? She's comfy with the harness and on our patio, but not great at actually walking yet. So we do not. Cat.school right here.
Mavi, Surfer Cat. They have great information. We have a cat that is, if I pulled out his harness right now, he would be at the door and ready, right? But we don't do that because of multiple reasons, mainly because we weren't consistent with it. We can't be consistent with it because we don't have consistency in our lives. And why we built the catio instead. But then as soon as we take him out, the other 4 cats want to go out, but they don't want to be on a leash. They just want to go out. And that becomes a big issue.
Yeah. So we have not completed that. Do you have recommendations to strengthen a cat's immune system? Diet is going to be foundational.
Yeah. Diet is always
some go-to supplements are going to be Catalyst.
Feline Essential Catalyst is like our go-to for immunity. We take it ourselves every day as well.
Yeah. It has superoxide dismutase, which is a powerful antioxidant, omega-3s.
Omega-3s and probiotics, right? Really. Like those are the 3 main things that are missing from literally the best diet in the world, I would say. Maybe not missing completely, but not significant amounts. And giving digestive enzymes, omega-3s, and probiotics into our cat's food every day is our trick to making really healthy cats.
Ooh, we're running out of time. Crystal, leave real quick. My cat throws up 3 times a week. Mostly it's food, sometimes liquid. The vet has put her on some prescription cat food, but she still throws up. Do you guys have any suggestion on what I should do? They have done blood work. Everything is normal. Crystal, that is wonderful news. I would definitely
DM us.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. But because we got some much better food suggestions that can really help. Thank you, Mr. Milligan.
Thank you, Rob. And you give Tiger a stars for mission. Yeah.
Kiss for me tonight.
They need those stars. They're saving the world with cats.
Oh, they really are. They really are. But Crystal, please shoot us a DM and we can definitely have some suggestions for you to try.
Yeah, we have a whole guide on vomiting in cats, and we need to find out the reason. And then we can move forward with the stopping of this, right? I'm so glad you got the vet visit. You got the blood work. You got everything checked up. That's number 1. That's the first step. So great. Reach out to us and we'll go in depth on ways that we can help correct
Judith,
this.
I'll be looking forward to it. Thank you for reminding us. I'll be looking forward to the Green Juju interview on Wednesday. Yes, you guys will be interviewing Kelly and Billy from Green Juju. I'm so excited.
Right here.
I'm a little nervous. I'm a big fangirl of both of them.
Me too.
Incredible work they do. And they got some really exciting stuff for our cats that I think, we're excited about them. We're using stuff. So
yes,
we want you guys
to share as well. Catalyst good for pancreatitis. Fantastic. It is when our Mr. Biddles had pancreatitis, it's the only thing that we gave him. We didn't opt for drugs or anything like that. We just gave him mega doses. By mega, I mean much larger, like triple time the dose that we suggest on the bottle. And we knocked out that flare up really fast.
Mr. Milligan, can you give that stinky boy a big kiss from me?
Yes. Okay. We love you guys so much. Thank you for joining us for a Q&A Monday, and we will see you on Wednesday, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Come join us right here on YouTube and Facebook.
Thanks for hanging out.
Good night.
Give your babies love.